I'm recording. Hi, or Celeste. Thank you, smelling lunch. Yeah, it's hot. Put that right there. I'm back. I had an energetic intrusion. And just to explain what that, and I don't know what sign I'm reading for just yet. You'll know because you'll click on it. But, well, I saw that it manipulated my responses as far as how I showed up. My newfound experience of self was being kind of pulled back to a past version of me that no longer exists. And I was able to pick up on it because my discernment is, I'm so aware of myself now because social distancing has been a thing for me for the past couple of years. This is not brand new because of what's happening. So when I'm in the mode of producing, when I'm in the mode of doing something, and then something changes, and I start to pick up on certain senses being tampered with, and a dulling of sight, and different things happening, I start to identify what has intervened or triggered a change. And in this instance, it was a particular person who I just had to I don't know. I just had to make it known. These are my boundaries. Let me go. That's it. Like, this is not that. That ain't this. No. No is a complete sentence. So, let's see. We did 5 signs. And this is not based off time. This is based off of whatever. So, we had 7 signs left to do. I'm going to let Spirit lead the way as far as who needs to hear the message. So if it is one of the 7 remaining signs, it is. And if not, and it's a sign that I've already done, so be it. The show must go on. Tonight's message is for which sign? Which sign? The Pisces. What area of focus? To be or to have? How specifically? Love. Relationships. To be or to have trust in love and relationships. That's real specific. It's funny. Went to the grocery store today, right? And I'm an essential worker still. So I'm out there every day dealing with people. Same people that come every day. And so we have hand sanitizer that we haven't had for 5-6 days. They still ask every single day. And it's fine. I understand. I understand. But I went to the grocery store and I bought shrimp for my daughter. I'm allergic. And I bought sushi. And I bought perch. And I bought crab meat. All this fucking fish, right? Am I a pescatarian? Depends on what day of the week. Am I vegan? Depends on how the wind is blowing. Whatever I feel, I go with what I feel. So I'm being pushed in the fish direction. I'm an intuitive eater. Whatever my body is telling me I need, it might be the omega fatty acids. That might be what I need to focus, brain function, heart function, to have, to be, to trust in love and relationships. Pisces. Your one card message from Spirit. I said one. Whenever I get the Eight of Swords, say I'm doing a reading for someone else, first card out is Eight of Swords, it tells me stop. Nope. Don't go further. That's a personal message. Don't go further, right? So there won't be any clarifiers, but I asked for one card, they gave me 3. So you're already being blocked. That's relevant to pay attention when you're speaking to certain people and your sight forward is already set on a goal, on a perspective, on something that has been clear, and you know that the path is meant for you, that it's all systems go. And then something or someone returns or pops back up to say, hi, how you doing? Are you and your family safe during this pandemic and all that other shit? And then you all of a sudden feel disinterest in the things that you were just motivated about, or you feel all of a sudden, you know, you're tired, you're sheepish, you're feeling overburdened, overwhelmed, inundated, and it seems like it was instantaneous. It's a catalyst moment. It's something that like a pebble in your shoe. It keeps you from walking the pace that you normally would. And it got in your shoe when you left your house or something, and you're almost to your destination, but you have to keep stopping because it's this discomfort, and it keeps reminding. And then by the time you do get the pebble out of your shoe, you're like, fuck, it's been in here the whole time, but it's attaching me to home. It's attaching, not home as in where you're safe and where you feel, I want to say home as in where you're uncomfortably comfortable. A norm that you once knew that is no longer where you are now. Like you're going on with your day, you're going on with your life, you're headed somewhere else, or even in your suitcase, and you're like, this shit is heavy. And then you get to unpacking and you're like, I fucking forgot to put this anvil in here when I used to live at such and such place to hold me down, to make sure that I was safe, to make sure I was comfortable where I was. You still have this piece. And figuratively, anvil being large, but I'm talking about it can be something so small that is a totem. If you've ever seen Inception, they had a totem that linked them to the real world, that they could always touch, see, and know in order to tell them that they were, you know what I mean? It would tether them back to this other existence, level of consciousness versus where they were. So just understand that this shit's happening. Pieces of remnants of shards of the past are coming back, and they're small, very small, but they tweak, and it's like wind on a bullet trajectory. Slight gust of wind can throw the aim off so that you don't hit your target. So anyway, this, I can't even hold the card. It's how distracting this energy is. If I come in and I say something to throw you off your rocker, you'll change course. Because that's what I need you to do, whether it's conscious or unconscious. And I'm speaking on the perspective of whatever outside intervention is hoping to deter you from this. You know what you want, and you're going to get it. But this is a last-ditch attempt. And your partner, to be able to have trust with the focus on love and relationships, this is not your partner. This is someone who could not be your partner and would never be a partner to you. Be it friend, foe, family member, co-worker, cousin, associate, does not fucking matter. It could be your neighbor. They don't even know. They are coming up with this. Underneath that Eight of Swords, okay, they want to block you. They want you to be so frazzled, so despondent, so fuck it, that you change course. They don't want you to follow through. They want you to be in this energy here. And I wasn't going to pull no more cards because Spirit told me stop. When I see this card, it says stop. But there are some times when you got to buck the fucking system. I told you, you're on your way. You're on your way. So somebody stops you while you're on your way and says, don't you owe me money? How are you about to do X, Y, and Z when you owe me money? But the money you have, you plan to do something significant with it for this. But knowing they only desire to create this type of guilt, this type of blockage, this type of confrontation in order to stall you from where you're going. So it comes now where the Lovers is a choice. You choose to engage and to be caught in this distraction, this intrusion. You will be facing the devil energy and need temperance to solve it. But you choose in the direction that you're already headed, despite the blockage and despite what normally would tell you to stop. You're going to have what it is that you know you're supposed to have. Because everything in you is playing on the old mentality that you always had, that this person always knew you would respond to. They don't know you've changed. They don't know how you've changed. Shit has been so internal and so intricate and so on purpose that they don't know how to get between you and you the way they once did. The you that used to value how others thought and felt of you is what they preyed on, not prayed for you for. They preyed on it. They want you to walk. They don't want you to get in your car and drive off. They want you to be so discouraged that you don't even use your own chariot to get to where you're supposed to be. So I'm going to pray on the things that I'm going to pretend that I admired you for when really I used it against you. Your own making, your own doing, your own integrity. I'm going to try to use it against you so that you won't know which way to go. You'll start to even doubt because this blockage has come up. If me moving in this direction was for my highest good anyway. Now I'm questioning. No, you're not questioning it. You know. You know. You know it's exactly where you're about to go. I said partner before partner showed up. Okay? Because this motherfucker would do for you in the same manner. This is mutual. And this is divinely guided. This was the choice that two people had to honor certain loyalties, to honor certain ways of respecting each other, despite shit like this. That is something that's constant with this. This is an exchange that transcends this level of conflict. So, with it being, this is the lower octave, this is the higher octave. This is the embodiment in a third dimensional form. This is the embodiment in an etheric form, and it's being confirmed as a yes. That's where you're headed. That's where you're going. Don't stop. Fuck all this. However they're trying to make you feel. And I told you it was conflictual. I told you it was conflictual energy. Monkey wrenches. Before you get on that road to go visit your partner, because that's where you're headed. Don't you need an oil change? I thought you had to get that tire fixed. Oh yeah, remember you owe me money? You know you're on my insurance. You haven't paid me. You're not working. So how are you just going to get in the car and go? Listen here. Fuck how you know them or how you think you know them, because they got you fucked up. They want you in a place that's very uncomfortable. They want you to, they don't understand that though they think you look like this, you've been chilling like this. So you can see that good intention is being masked. Oh, I got glitter on my face. That good intention is being masked. It's really this. It's burdensome. It's weighing on you. You realize how heavy it is because your partner is not with you, shouldering. You really don't. Now you see how much your partner cushioned a lot of the weight that was bearing down on you because they left you. I don't want to say left you, but you were left with the same past that you always had that was not resolved, that was always conflictual. But now, being in a state of suspension, being in a place of pause, you can see it. So, more so than not, the couple of memories that were pleasant, it's like 30%. Between 1 and 5 instances that you can really say that these people were solid and had your back, versus how many times they got you in some bullshit and got you fucked up. Put you in fucked up positions where you were left to fend for yourself. There's no aid coming for these two situations. This person, by their own choices, got themselves into this position. And it's their pause that allows them to see how their actions attributed to it. This is also a choice. Influenced by this energy. Remember that time? Remember that time? Remember that time? Remember when you said, and remember when you did, and remember? Guilt trip. But that's not the trip you're taking. And the trip you're taking, they know you'll be happier away from it, from them, from this. So, Pisces, your partner in justice, your true partner, mutual respect, real admiration. And I wouldn't even say it's all romantic. This is something that works, and it is natural. It is cohesive. It just gels together. It blends without force because it's kismet. It's being backed up. You wouldn't recognize it in this form. The shit would scare the fuck out of you if you saw a big ass angel. So this is kind of like an unseen force behind the scenes. And this is more of the visible exchange. But this is what it is on its higher octave that yields that inner satisfaction that a person can seek for and still not find. So I can sense, says this person with their sword, inflicting confusion and heartache. I can sense that this person is getting close to being happy. I can sense that they're about to get the fuck on and not need me. I can sense that once they taste what their true happiness is, I won't be able to use anything else against them. So I'm going to try whatever tricks I have up my sleeve again and hope I can put them in a position of discomfort and confusion and make them think it's their fault. So they don't go on and be happy. Now, a lot of these people in the Five of Swords will say shit. But you can sense it, you can feel it immediately. I only want the best for you. Or it would benefit you to whatever. But it's self-serving. It's self-serving. It serves their agenda. It does nothing for you and your happiness. As long as they're happy, it's okay. No matter how you feel, no matter how stuck you are, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how conflictual, no matter how burdensome. You said, whatever you promised somebody, you promised them when they weren't in this energy. You promised them when they did not inflict manipulation and coercion and weird uses of power on you. You said that from a pure place, and they're trying to use your own purity against you. The game has changed. Fuck all this. Fuck all this. Because what they want you to do is to walk away in the other direction instead of the direction you're headed. Plow through these motherfuckers is what you got to do. With the full knowing that you're protected. Even this comes to an end. That's a 10. You have to transcend this. Keep replaying this one little memory over and over and over that bonds you to a person. They are no longer this person. So what you shared with them when they were this person that you promised them was from a place of purity. They're not there no more, and neither are you. You've ascended in your purity, and they have ascended in their whatever. But they're trying to bind you to something that no longer exists. The purity that no longer exists for them, but is present for you. This is what binds you to this moment in time. The moment you let it go, you'll be able to walk away. You'll be able to walk. You see that man? That's who he used to be. And they prey on that, not pray for you for that. You get me? Your partner's waiting. Your partner is waiting. That's all I have to say. You trust now something that was so, you just could not, it didn't treat you like that. You didn't have the same, I don't know, by the time you made this connection, this had already happened. So it made it seem as if, well, since we were kids, we were more pure. So that is more withstanding than something that was built recently. When in actuality, this was more pure than this motherfucker who grew up. They are attached to this. They are attached to this. They are attached to conflict. They're attached to stress. They're attached to burden. They allow that shit to attach to them. And they want to attach it to you because they knew you then. But this person knows you now. With the purity you had then, they are able to match you in that pureness. Not this person that you know from the past. They really don't know you. They really don't fucking know you. So, go get your baby. That is a happiness they can't give you. That's just something you'll experience. That's not something that they create for you. That's just something, just knowing you can actually sleep with both eyes closed is more, you feel safe. Root chakra. To be or to have trust. Love and relationships. Love and relationships is not about romance. This person is not purely romance. This is something, because of this respect, we can build in all shape, forms, and fashions. Things will grow from the mutual work, the mutual communication, the mutual affection, the mutual respect. It builds shit. Shit like this builds character. So you have character for when you build with this person. You'll have it in your reserves. If there comes a